feeling any numbness?
I don't think so. No, I'm not.
Oh, well, there's some bruising around the eye. How many fingers am I holding up?
2. Come on, Doc. Any more riddles?
It's probably a bruised orbital bone.
Well, can I still play?
Yeah. As long as you wear this mask, it'll protect you from injuring the bone further. We can reevaluate you tomorrow and consider more options.
How you feel about that, MP?
I'm good. I mean, kind of looks fire, actually. So, yeah. A little mask ain't gonna stop me. I'm gonna put this thing on. I'll become the best villain in the NBA.
All right, MP, you want to tell the people how you got hurt?
We was going too hard in practice. Caught a stray elbow to the face. Things happen, so no big deal.
That's fair. Well, this is the final game in our video series about beating the best teams in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah. It's kind of perfect, actually. I said it when we were stuck on the bus, but athletes always got to deal with challenges. That's what the job is, you know? So, this is just another challenge. And besides, I make this look good.
That's debatable.
This is textbook fashion, bro. Like, an attractive person pulling off something crazy doesn't get better than that.
Not sure that's the textbook definition of fashion, but you know what? Now that I'm getting used to it, I'm on your side. I feel like you can pull it off.
Yeah?
Yeah. I see it.
I'm styling?
I see the vision.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro.
I'm being told MP will be wearing a face mask for tonight's game after injuring his orbital bone in pregame warm-ups. MP told me he's not worried about it affecting his performance, saying, "I've played through injuries before. This is nothing new." I'm being told
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Here alongside Tim Legler and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson with Ali LaForce joining us courtside. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jaylen Brown.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. MP is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hart in at the 5 spot. And for the Hawks, Risache at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt, and it's Porzingis in at the center spot. Facing off in this one, we've got two teams that preach player movement and ball movement legs.
Oh, that's right. And you can tell that by the assist numbers. The ball is really popping. Smart, unselfish basketball. A lot of player movement off ball as well, forcing those defenses to chase them.
What's that old saying? The ball brings energy.
It certainly does.
And MP's made no secret that one of his main focuses this season is taking down the top teams in the league. His motivation in games like this has been clear.
Well, if you ask me, MP has met his goal and then some when it comes to defeating top-level opponents. He has truly distinguished himself and his squad as a threat to anyone in this league. Considering what they've been able to do, many might just consider them the best of the best at the moment.
Mitchell, the pass to MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Come on, man, so aggressive. MP, that trait will take you a long way in this game.
Young against MP. Now here's Young. Tight defense on him. Pass to Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Daniels. Atlanta misses again. And so MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And they are the winners of 24 consecutive games, which ties a record set by those dominant Warriors teams back in 2016.
Well, this winning streak is absolutely incredible. And it's been interesting to see the number of different ways they can beat you. They go on big scoring runs. They've got great ball pressure and rim protection. Or some nights they just shoot you out of the building with their three-point shooting. What a team to watch.
And Atlanta with possession here, following the bucket by Boston. Mitchell against Daniels. Porzingis with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Daniels. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Porzingis.
An authoritative play by Porzingis, dominating the glass and getting the second chance look.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. MP finds Tatum. Outside Mitchell. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
Hawks trail by 3. Outside Rizachet. Back to Young from deep three-point land. Boston pulls it in, and going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
Yeah, we saw how combative yet enjoyable last season's series was. 2 very excellent teams going at it.
And all of these guys know it's a chance to make that early statement. I expect this game to have not quite a playoff atmosphere, something very close to it.
And for an update on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
Guys, I checked in on MP's status for this game, and he will be available to play full minutes. But you may notice a change. The trainers have recommended that he wear a mask to prevent any further facial injury. But if you ask MP, he'll tell you he's just happy to get on the court. Back over to you.
Well, mask on or mask off, he's focused on the mission. Thanks. MP, a screen on Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum passes to MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. 6 points for MP.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Porzingis with a screen on Brown. Looking to win the run. And Rizachet gets it to go.
And there's the ability to finish for Rizachet. Nobody scares him at the rim.
All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Now here's Tatum, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Young from long range, nails it from 3. Young's got 5 now.
And that's what he does every night. He stretches the floor. Trae Young at his best.
Brown finds MP. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 8 points for MP.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Pass to Johnson. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Count it.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Boston leading by 3. Brown passes to MP. here's Tatum. Back to MP. On the wing, Tatum. Back to MP. The rebound by Atlanta. Daniels with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
It's Brown on the wing. Ricochet covering. Brown passes to MP. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. As we approach the postseason, let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at Boston, they're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference. And checking out Atlanta, only 2 spots back.
Checking out Atlanta, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs.
Grimes, he's checked in for Daniels. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Ricochet's future in this league.
Here's MP. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Young. Outside Ricochet. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now a 3-point Hawks lead.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks. And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Hawks have gone 8 for 14 from the floor. Outside Ricochet. Porzingis against Hart. Back to Ricochet. And it's MP with a rebound. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Here's Brown. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Brown's got 5 points.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
Outside Ricochet. Porzingis with a screen on Brown. Tipped. Johnson on the wing. 3-pointer, no good.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Brown passes to MP. Brown looking around. Back to MP. Shot from the wing. Offensive board. Hart. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, scoring off of missed shots. That's a big part of his game.
To halt the run. A nice shot by Young. 9 points in the game.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Aldridge is checked in for Hart. Harrison Barnes comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Mitchell. Now here's MP. Last game we saw him with 32 points. And Pritchard, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Free throw line jumper and count it. Now 5 for 7.
He got right into the flow of this game, hitting 5 of his first 7 shots.
Barnes passes to MP. Here's Hauser. Ricochet covering. Back to MP. Nice ball movement by Boston. Aldridge with a screen on Porzingis. Barnes, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risachet. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
Here's Pritchard. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Back to MP. Pritchard against Young. Outside Risachet. Here's Grimes. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Hauser passes to MP. Back to Hauser. Grimes with the ball. Now guarded by MP. And a foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. MP, the pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Pass to MP. MP, a screen on Johnson. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by MP. Tatum's got 6.
That's money in the bank for Tatum. Easy to see why he takes so many threes.
Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Quentin Grimes out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risachet in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Okongwu. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Okongwu's gotten his first basket of the night. Celtics trail by 3. Pritchard finds Brown. Now Barnes, covered by Daniels. Barnes passes to MP. Screen by MP. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one. This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
MP up top, covered by Daniels. Back to Brown, beyond the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Tries again. The rebound by MP.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
3-pointer Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. The Hawks lead by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He tallied 32 points, and he also dominated the glass. No surprises there. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Great report there, Allie. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
Daniels, 11 feet out. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
MP finds Brown. Back to MP. The slam by MP.
And we've watched Brown evolve his game. Playmaking has been at the forefront of his development.
The Hawks lead by 6. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Mobo, he's checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for Grimes. Boston also changing it up. Hart comes in for Barnes. And Mitchell subbed in for Pritchard. Outside Risachet. Pass to Young. Lets the 3 fly. Boston pulls it in.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
And MP throws it down.
Well, MP has been very aggressive here, looking for his own offense, generating great results.
Here's Mobo. Back to Young. Okongwu, a screen on MP. That's good from Okongwu on the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist of the night. And so MP will bring it up for Boston. 6-point game. And you can argue Onyeka Okongwu is a little undersized at the center position, but it's hard to overlook his impact, Tim.
Well, that's because he contributes in so many areas. Blocks, steals, rebounds. He can make plays, you name it. And he keeps adding to his game year after year.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for MP.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Williams is checked in for Jaylen Brown.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Pass to Mobo. Oh, he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And here's MP, guarded by Young. MP, the pass to Mitchell. Screen by MP. On the wing, MP. Williams looking around. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Daniels. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What athleticism from Daniels on that slam.
Mitchell, the pass to MP. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Mitchell. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Atlanta's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And Young gets it to go.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
MP finds Mitchell. From the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Here's Young. He's got 13. Pass to Rizichet. No luck on that one. Some solid defense from Williams. Tatum passes to MP. No good on the 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside Rizichet. Daniels against Mitchell. Left side Young. Right side Rizichet. 5 on the clock. Fires in the triple. Rizichet's got 9.
And you see how dangerous Rizichet can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
Tatum passes to MP. Outside, Williams. The 3. And it's Tatum missing. The Hawks lead by 13. Pass to Okongwu. And here's Young. Here's the 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Tatum.
This is part of his development. MP will learn how to draw fouls and go get those freebies at the line.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Atlanta making some changes here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Okongwu. And it's Johnson in for Mobo. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in for Williams. Here's Young. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. 3-pointer Pritchard. Rebounded by Johnson.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And Young gets it to go.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
And so we wrap up the first half. Atlanta on top. They lead by 14. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the 3rd quarter, right after the break.
42.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Come on! They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And looking at the Nets matchup, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Hawks.
I mean, their offensive rebound.
Glad you could join us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with him. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. MP is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hart in at the center, filling out the middle. On defense, Atlanta. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Pass to Johnson. Jacks up a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Hart passes to MP. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Back to Young. Here's Daniels. Off target from outside.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
MP no good.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Pass to Young. Porzingis sets a screen. The 3 from Rizashea. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics trail by 19. Brown. And the jam by Brown.
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Now Young. He's got 18. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Brian, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Shot on the wing. Boston pulls it in. MP's got 5 rebounds in the game. Brown with it, now guarded by Rizashea. MP, that one's good.
He's always ready to take the shot. MP got it away quick.
Young, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Young. Pass to Rizashea. Just 4 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. Daniels, that one's true.
And as a scorer, Daniels can really work inside with that size.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Nice ball movement by Boston. Again, MP missing.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
No good from outside. Celtics trail by 17. Brown passes to Tatum. And Tatum fires one home.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Outside Young. Pass to Porzingis. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists here tonight. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Tim, you look at his career rate of assists per game. Trae Young, one of the most prolific passers ever to lace him up.
Yeah, B.A., despite the fact that he's known for shot making, it's his vision that sets him apart, and it's the reason you want the ball in his hands.
Here's Young. No good off the glass.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Here's Johnson. He's got 5. To the left wing. 4-3. And Young the bucket on the assist by Johnson. And that's 21 points for Trae Young.
Well, he is so effective on ball, we know that. But Young is also a great shooter off the catch.
And in terms of assist numbers, these are the players that have stood out over the past month. Trae Young, 4th.
His teammates trust that if they get open, he will find them. They're really in a groove right now.
This one for 3. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hart finds MP. Now here's Tatum, covered by Johnson, and stolen by Porzingis. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Young. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, B.A., the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV.
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
With a better answer.
Daniels outside. Young with a screen on Tatum. From deep. Boston pulls it in.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Mitchell got it. Good job in the low post. Mitchell's got 7 points.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
From 9 feet, from deep, Johnson. The rebound by MP. MP's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Pass to Brown. Screen by MP. Just 5 to shoot. Brown passes to MP. Misses the 3. The Hawks lead by 16. Outside Johnson. Porzingis finds Johnson. Daniels outside. Porzingis with a screen on Mitchell. It's not going to go for him. Good D by MP.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
And for Atlanta, they're shooting just about 33% since this second half started. There's Young with the 3.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Tatum passes to Hart, and Hart throws it down.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball here. Johnson passes to Young. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, big nights like this from Trae Young have become routine. He can take over a game with his scoring.
Grimes, he's checked in for Daniels. And the Celtics also making a change. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Hart. And here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Back to Ricochet. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. There's the screen by Johnson. Ricochet, no good. Celtics trail by 16. Mitchell finds MP. Back to Mitchell. MP, the pass to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. Outside Grimes. Right side Porzingis. Outside Young. Porzingis passes to Grimes. That three's off the mark.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Outside Grimes. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Young, covered by MP. And Young, the bucket on the assist by Porzingis. Young's got 28.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
From deep, MP. Oh, MP buries the triple.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
Grimes, the pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Barnes. Porzingis misses.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Tatum finds MP. MP makes his move. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
Young inside. Checked by Mitchell. There's the screen by Johnson. The 3 from Ricochet. The rebound, Celtics. MP's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Ricochet. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Ricochet. The kick out to Young. Clock at 6. Connects from downtown. Young's got 31. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
The 3 from Mitchell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 8 assists in the game.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those three-point opportunities.
Outside Grimes. Back to Young. Oh, great D that time from MP. Barnes finds MP. Back to Barnes. No good. Misses at the buzzer. A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. More 2K action in just a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find.
Making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Boston also changing it up. Williams is checked in for Aldridge. Tatum comes in for Barnes. And MP subbed in for Hauser. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Zachariah Risacher. Then there's Okongwu. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Grimes in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Pass to Daniels. Porzingis sets a screen. And he gets that one. And the Hawks lead by 18. Boston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Brown passes to MP. Outside, Brown. Now Pritchard. Fires the 3. MP no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Risacher. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Porzingis for 3. Boston pulls it in. MP's got rebound number 11. Pritchard finds MP. Back to Pritchard. And here's Brown. MP outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum feeling it out a bit. And here's MP from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 9 assists now tonight. Outside Risacher. Okongwu, a screen on Brown. To the inside. And Williams over to help. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Atlanta making some changes here. Jalen Johnson comes in for Okongwu. And it's Young in for Risacher. And the Celtics also making a change. Mitchell's checked in. MP, the pass to Brown. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Outside Grimes. Back to Young. Takes the 3. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Brown passes to MP. And MP throws it down.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
Here's Young. Money from the wing. Young's got 33.
Yeah, that's just supreme confidence there from Young on that mid-range.
Tatum passes to MP. There's the triple. Porzingis grabs the board. The Hawks lead by 15. Young looking over the floor. Good D by MP. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Boston. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's a one-game homestand for the club.
Usually Daniels is the one starting the break with a steal, but he can do the heavy lifting on the other side of the play too.
Celtics trail by 17. MP, the pass to Tatum. The rebound by the Hawks.
Wow, that's embarrassing. Come on, just put the ball in the hole.
Here's Daniels. No good, off the front rim.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
There's Tatum with the 3. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 5th assist in this one. Pass to Grimes. Young against MP. Young. And he can't get that one. Oh, great D that time from MP. Tatum passes to MP. Now here's Brown. From behind the arc. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Grimes. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Hawks lead by 17.
Well, it's easy to see why this team trusts Young to facilitate this offense. His decision-making is tremendous.
Mitchell finds MP. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Atlanta leading by 17. Down low. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Brown passes to MP. Driving in. The sweet reverse. Nice finish.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Ricochet, he's checked in for Atlanta. Hart's checked in for Boston. Outside Ricochet. Here's Young. Oh, MP with a block.
Great defense from MP. Those young legs helping him get that block.
Now Hart. MP outside. Brown with it. And it's Young picking him up. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 5. MP! Ooh, the three doesn't go. Atlanta leading by 17. Johnson outside. Young with a screen on Tatum. Johnson against Tatum. Here's Porzingis. Young fires! Gets the three to fall. And it's 36 points for Trae Young.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead, but time dwindling.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
And here's Brown for three. Porzingis.
Look out there, MP.
He's about to tear it up.
Using improper language or gesture. inappropriate play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violation.
Coming right up, the Celtics. And we've got a great one for you here tonight. A good old-fashioned conference rivalry, Legs.
There's nothing wrong with teams disliking each other, and I think we've got that here tonight. It's been abundantly clear over the years. I would not be surprised if things got a little chippy tonight.
Ooh, that's what we're here for, baby.
I'm ready for it.
And MP's made no secret that one of his main focuses this season is taking down the top teams in the league. His motivation in games like this has been clear.
Well, if you ask me, MP has met his goal and then some when it comes to defeating top-level opponents. He has truly distinguished himself and his squad as a threat to anyone in this league. Considering what they've been able to do, many might just consider them the best of the best at the moment.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. MP is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hart in at center. Now here's MP. Outside Tatum, MP, a screen on Johnson. Shot clock at 6. From the strike. Rebounded by Daniels. Pass to Young. Takes a 3. Boston pulls it in, and they are the winners of 24 consecutive games, which ties a record set by those dominant Warriors teams back in 2016.
Well, this winning streak is absolutely incredible, and it's been interesting to see the number of different ways they can beat you. They go on big scoring runs, they've got great ball pressure and rim protection, or some nights they just shoot you out of the building with their three-point shooting. What a team to watch.
And there's Young. That's good. On the assist by Daniels.
Well, you gotta like how Young stays aggressive at all times, even when he's in the paint dealing with physical defense.
MP, the pass to Tatum. Over Johnson. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
This is exactly the start they were hoping for at the offensive end.
MP against Young. Lets it go from deep. Hart pulls it in. The Celtics with the lead. Mitchell, the pass to MP. Outside Tatum. Back to MP. Stolen. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Rizichet. The 3. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
Guys, I checked in on MP's status for this game, and he will be available to play full minutes. But you may notice a change. The trainers have recommended that he wear a mask to prevent any further facial injury. But if you ask MP, he'll tell you he's just happy to get on the court. Back over to you.
Well, mask on or mask off, he's focused on the mission. Thanks. And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Rizichet. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
Just 4 to shoot. Tatum from long range. Knocked away. Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Rizichet. And here's Johnson. On the wing, Daniels. Checked by Mitchell. To end the drought. Boston pulls it in. They defeated Utah in their last game.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
A lot of people think you shoot much better at home, but if you really look at the league-wide stats, it's only about 2 to 3 percentage points different on average. Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
Daniels finds Young. Driving to the basket. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach is given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
And even with the coach's challenge in place,
the previous play is under review.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. Grimes, he's checked in for the Hawks. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. As we hit the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, what's the focus for teams outside of the playoff picture?
You know, B.A., I think it's about staying competitive and building a foundation for next season. As a team, you need to use the time you have to consistently improve.
Tim, you look at his career rate of assists per game. Trae Young, one of the most prolific passers ever to lace him up.
Yeah, B.A., despite the fact that he's known for shot making, it's his vision that sets him apart, and it's the reason you want the ball in his hands. And that's something that makes Young unique. His ability to really pile up the numbers offensively in both scoring and assist totals.
Now here's Mitchell, still without a bucket. From deep, MP. Porzingis grabs the board. Grimes with the ball. Now guarded by MP. Pass to Young. Here's Grimes. Porzingis with a screen on MP. Back to Porzingis. Buries it down low. Porzingis has got 5 points.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
From deep, MP. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6. The Hawks trailing. Outside Grimes. Pass to Rizashea. Johnson a screen on Brown. To the paint. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
And stolen by Porzingis. Here's Grimes. He nails it, and we're tied.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
To the middle. Here's MP. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. 12 points for him.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Now here's Young. 5 points in the game. Rizashea, no good. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to MP. The three. Connects from downtown. And now a 5-point Boston lead.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so. A plan is a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. 7-point differential. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
I love it when a team comes out and sets the tone physically.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Hart passes to MP. And again, Boston with the triple.
You have to be ready to take your shots when they come. And MP was ready this time.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Let's call it what it was. They got overwhelmed. The matchups were just not in their favor.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Aldridge is checked in for Hart. Barnes comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Mitchell. Now here's Johnson. No made baskets yet. Can they get it? Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. MP, the pass to Aldridge. Back to MP. Off the mark there with a 3. Hawks trail by 10. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Young looking for an opening to the inside. Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Hauser passes to MP. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Johnson.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
Atlanta making some changes. Mobo, he's checked in for Porzingis. Risache comes in for Johnson. And it's Alexander Walker in for Trae Young. Now here's Grimes. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Barnes. Here's Hauser. Risache covering. Back to MP. Aldridge controls the rebound and the putback. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Out to the wing. Here's Mobo. Knocks down the long J.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Boston on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. MP finds Pritchard. Back to MP. Nice ball movement by Boston. Fires from deep. Pritchard, no good. And the Hawks shooting just 38% so far in this one. Bobo rebounded by the Celtics. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Pritchard with it. Grimes covering. And the foul called on Nikhil. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Okongwu, a screen on Brown. Inside. Fades back. Okongwu, no good. Boston leading by 7. On the court right now for the Celtics. Harrison Barnes out there with Williams. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's MP in at the 1. Now here's Barnes. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And here's MP from outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Outside Grimes. Daniels outside. Pass to Mobo. Shoots over Pritchard. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Screen by MP. Down low. The slam from MP.
And he is just piling up the numbers here. MP seems to improve every time we see him. Such an impressive talent.
Risache, no good.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around.
A good look from MP, and all around the rim that time before dropping. And that's now 24 points for MP.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
6 to shoot. Here's Mobo. He's guarded by Barnes. Mobo can't hit. Celtics lead by 9. Pass to Brown. Now here's MP. Again, MP missing.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
What athleticism from Daniels on that slam.
And so MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Brown finds MP. And here's Barnes. Williams with the screen. MP. And Boston again with the bucket.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
And here's Daniels. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Portland.
Terrific all-around effort. He did a great job of creating for himself and others.
Now here's Grimes. They trail by 9. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. And Daniels gets it to go on the assist from Okongwu. Daniels has got 5 points now this quarter. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Grimes. Boston also changing it up. Hart's checked in for Williams. Jason Tatum comes in for Barnes. And Mitchell subbed in for Pritchard. Now here's MP. A 32-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And he was a monster on the glass. Really helped them control that part of the game.
Smart play by young MP. Saw his man, might have a better look, and he found it.
Here's Johnson following the 3 by Boston. Back to Young. Outside Rizichet. Johnson a screen on Mitchell. The kick out to Young. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Outside Rizichet. To the inside. Tatum with a steal. MP outside. Pass to Mitchell. Over Daniels. Mitchell misses. Hawks trail by 11. There's Young with the 3. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Here's a look at what's coming up. Up for Boston. On Tuesday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
Grimes, he's checked in for Ricochet.
And that's what helps Young from that distance. It's the quick release. Very difficult to get a piece of that shot.
And MP throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Young misses.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
MP, the pass to Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
3 points.
Tatum's got 10 points.
Was starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Utah was all business. He tallied 32 points, and as you might expect, he was usually first up to clear the boards, hauling in those loose balls for the squad. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff there, Allie. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Graham.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
Here's Daniels, following the bucket by Boston. Johnson passes to Grimes. Lets it fly. The rebound, Celtics. MP's got 7 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Daniels passes to Okongwu. There's Young with the 3. That is Trey's shot, the 3.
Well, that's one thing about Trae Young. He has never seen a 3 he didn't like.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And MP throws it down.
Hey, look at this, guys. It was like once he was in the air, he was staying in the air. It was just incredible. What hang time.
Now here's Young. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Portland.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
Here's Pritchard. Grimes with a defensive effort. Hawks trail by 12. Pass to Johnson. Back to Grimes. Now here's Young. Fires the 3. Here's Okongwu. Daniels outside. Okongwu, a screen on Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Now Johnson. He's covered by Hart. Here's Grimes. Had a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Celtics lead by 12. MP high post. Okongwu on him. Here's Pritchard. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And with all the attention he drew offensively, he did a great job of just kicking to the open man.
And Young gets it to go.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so MP will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Tatum. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Soft touch off the glass. Okongwu's got his second basket.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
He's got free throw attempts 4 and 5 here.
You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
Young from long range. Doesn't go for him. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Boston out in front, leading by 9. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Come on. They're thinking about the shot. Please give it up for the participants.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Boston Celtics.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. That sounds like their offense right now. Clockwork.
Speaking of clocks, I think you've had some run-ins with Big Ben Wallace, haven't you?
You mean in London, Big Ben?
And with the playoffs approaching, let's take a glance. Again, it's kind of like an eclipse. Don't stare exactly at it, but let's look at the power rankings.
You look at the Celtics, their roster is stacked. You expect them to be the top dog. In my book, they are the title favorites.
Shaq calling his shot.
Not really going out on a limb there.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. And it's Young in at the point guard position. So that's the Hawks 5.
And that's a really important shot for Daniels. This team needs him to shoot the ball with confidence.
So it's Boston now, following the three-pointer by Atlanta. Screen by MP. Pass to Brown. Here's the three. Rebounded by Johnson.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Daniels misses. Boston leading by 6. Mitchell finds Tatum. Over Johnson. The rebound by Atlanta.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Daniels outside. Pass to Porzingis. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Trey, Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
And here's Brown for 3. Boston again missing.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
Pass to Young. Right side, Porzingis. And they double up Porzingis. The 3 from Risache. Offensive rebound. Young against Mitchell. Young inside. Nifty stuff from Trae Young.
Yeah, Trae Young can get work done inside as well.
MP scanning the floor. Pass to Tatum. Screen by MP. Boston again missing.
Bad offense to begin the second half. 4 misses right off the bat.
Now here's Young, covered by MP. Here's Porzingis. For the lead. The rebound by MP. MP's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Mitchell, the pass to MP. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
And he gets it to go.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
MP with it. He's got 34. Outside Mitchell. Outside Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. MP shot is off. And it's Daniels with the ball for the Hawks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Daniels against Mitchell. Pass to Hart. From deep, MP. Again, the miss by Boston. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Celtics shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Daniels outside. Pass to Rizachet. Outside Johnson. Daniels outside. Outside Young. Ooh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Mitchell, the pass to MP. Left side, Brown. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And no stranger to physical play. JB busting it up in there without fear.
And both free throws good for Brown. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 here in the third for Braid. Young misses.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
Now here's Mitchell. No points yet. MP buries the triple.
He's been carrying the load on offense in this one, and he might as well keep looking for his shot the way he's been going.
Back to Rizachet. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Johnson. There's Young with the 3. Boston pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. MP against Young. MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Pass to Tatum. Nice look inside from Tatum.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
Hawks trail by 11. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Grimes, he's checked in for Daniels. On the wing, Rizachet. Outside Johnson. Pass to Grimes. And here's Porzingis. He's covered by Hart. Outside Young. Clock at 6. They need this. Hits the trifecta. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
MP finds Tatum. 3-pointer off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Grimes. On the wing, Rizachet. Back to Johnson for 3. Boston with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Mitchell. And here's MP. No good from outside. Outside Young. It's Grimes on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel in any sport. Do you agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
Now here's Brown. He has 7. And here's MP from outside. Good. And Brown gets the assist. MP's got 44.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
There's Young with the 3. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And slashing in for that offensive rebound. Johnson also getting credit for some hustle points.
MP against Young. Screen by MP. Puts it up from the high post. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ricochet, no good.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
From the high post, Atlanta with the rebound.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Pass to Porzingis. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
MP inside. Guarded by Young. Outside Ricochet. Outside Young. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Outside Ricochet. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's Tatum. Rebound, Trae Young. Young's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Grimes. Johnson a screen on Mitchell. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. And now just a 3-point Boston lead.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Atlanta. Pass to Grimes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And what a comeback. Do they have enough left to maintain this energy and get the win?
Well, right now they have the momentum, but you've got to watch it. This league has big swings.
So the Celtics 5 right now. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Peyton Pritchard is out there with MP, and it's Williams in at center, locking down the middle. Pass to Porzingis. Johnson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Johnson's got 8 points here in the quarter.
You could see that one in his eyes. Johnson was looking to answer that 3 as he was coming up the floor.
Pritchard, the pass to MP. Johnson against Brown. Back to MP. It's stolen by Okongwu. Outside Grimes. Pass to Daniels. Outside Grimes. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Tatum. Grimes' shot is off.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
MP finds Tatum for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 8 now. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Daniels with it. Now guarded by MP.
Well, a big part of Daniels' game is improving. He's becoming better at the free throw line.
Quickly becoming one of the most feared defenders in the game, Tim. Dyson Daniels.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, Brian. Daniels is always engaged. Every second he's on the court, and he's right there lurking for a deflection or a steal.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Mobo, he's checked in for Okongwu. Risache comes in for Johnson, and it's Trae Young in for Grimes.
Yeah, and I think this is a promising player we're looking at, especially defensively. Dyson Daniels is a stud at containing the basketball, and he just creates havoc out there.
Young, tipped away.
Well, that's a tough rebound there to secure, but he put all of his size in there in order to secure it.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And how about this youngster, MP, the concentration to get that bucket even through the contact.
And the Hawks making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Hart's checked in for Boston. Pass to Mobo. Back to Young. Porzingis with a screen on MP. Misses the 3.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself, but now he wants to keep everybody involved.
Now here's Risache. Inside. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And so MP will bring it up for the Celtics. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Outside Mitchell. Screen by MP. Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Mobo. Outside Risache. Outside Young. Here's Porzingis. Outside Alexander Walker. Here's Risache. Hounded by Tatum. Another shot. Risache, no good. Celtics lead by 3. Pass to Tatum. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And a fast break now for the Hawks. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Checked by Mitchell. And that one's good. Porzingis. 17 points for Kristaps Porzingis.
So smooth off the catch. Porzingis is excellent at judging when to take quick shots. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The Hawks have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. Young from long range. Tatum pulls it in.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Brown passes to MP. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. Atlanta making some changes. Jalen Johnson comes in for Mobo. And Daniels is subbed in for Alexander Walker. Hawks trail by 4. Young, the pass to Daniels. Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 5 rebounds in the game. Mitchell, the pass to MP. Now here's Hart. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. That free throw no good. So he can't get either to fall. Atlanta's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. There's Young with the 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
It's been a challenging quarter for them, and his offensive inconsistency is a driving factor.
MP, that one's good.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Now here's Johnson. Young with a screen on Tatum. Jalen Johnson knocks down the trifecta.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Now MP. Outside Brown. Here's MP. Here's the pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Now MP. Ooh, MP going to work inside.
What a bucket for MP. He's so hungry to own these big moments.
Young against MP. Bucket! Straight in!
Yeah, it was obvious Young is the guy you would go to right there. He is so efficient even when the defense knows he's the one that's going to take the shot.
On the push, here comes Atlanta. Daniels with it, now guarded by Brown. Here's Young. MP with the block.
Incredible recognition and effort from MP. He deserved to come up with that block.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 14. Oh, he cannot hit. Tatum against Young. Gets it to go.
And that's exactly what you want from your best player. Unafraid to run to the bright lights.
Brown looking around. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the play with the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Stolen by MP.
Whoa!
Oh, wow! And he slams it down.
Now, he's still a youngster, but MP shows he's ready for the big moments.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. From downtown. Oh, it doesn't go. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, you're going to have to play this out, take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
And he commits the intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. And so Tatum nails both of them.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
Ms. Harkin.
Oh, thank you. A new look for you tonight, MP, but it didn't seem to hinder you too much. How much did the mask affect you, if at all?
You know, Ms. Harkin, honestly, I felt kind of cool, like a superhero or something. Think I might keep wearing this thing when I'm healthy. Hey, and shout out to Rip Hamilton. He made this thing a vibe.
Okay, thanks.
Right here.